So I've concluded that not really ever feeling content with the things I have in life is gonna be a lifelong process that I'm never gonna get over. It's something that is very frustrating. At the same time, I just know that's who I am, and I'm always craving more. In this video, I just wanna kind of just talk about the need to keep exploring what everything life has to offer, and then whatever else we can come up with along the way. So I have a great desire to always develop myself, improve upon myself. That's why all of us are on YouTube in this MBTI kind of community, kind of learn more about ourselves, how we can do things better, try to figure out our craziness of what's going on with our functions and whatnot. That's why we're driven to this MBTI stuff. It's a lot of the more content types, the S's and J's and things like that. They're more into structure and just having things planned and just knowing what's around the next day. Whereas me, I get extremely bored of not having any new excitement in my life. Like I said in the beginning, it's something that's just I've just accepted, and it's brought me a lot of things in my life that I would have not normally seen if I would have gotten into a structured life, to where, you get this, whatever it is, the picture perfect American lifestyle of, which is not my picture perfect lifestyle, but when you get that house, the kids, the dog, the white picket fence, all that stuff, and then your days are just the same. The majority of the part. I mean, yes, you do things differently and you get out there and go on vacation and do stuff like that. But there's a lot of everyday structure and the same old habits, and you're not so much exploring everything that life has to offer. I'm always thinking about what can happen in the future. That thing's way too hot. Whether it's relationships, I commonly conjure up this ideal relationship for myself, and it's like, even though I'm not in one now because I'm not that great at them, I'm commonly find myself just randomly thinking, and it's not just I just spend all my days thinking about the ideal relationship and whatnot. I do put this person up on a pedestal in my head. A lot of how I'm seeing relationships and how I'm built and things like that, it's not fair to the other person because no one's perfect. I have massive issues, more than that person does, I'm sure. And it's, but my brain has a ability to, make all this stuff up. And it's just like, I'm gonna go meet some person when I'm picking out a head of lettuce at the grocery store, and we're gonna connect. And it's like this, it's crazy stuff that just, it's not reality. Not saying it can't happen in reality, which is what I hold on to, well, but it's possible. And a lot of things with what we do is one of the big negatives is not living in the moment. You see that all over the place.
You need to live in the moment.
I have a big problem with that. I'm sure I guarantee I have ADD or ADHD. I know for a fact I do. But I contribute to a lot of how our function stack is and how we kind of go around in circles and how our brain works. If I'm watching TV, I do it all the time. If I'm watching a movie, I'm into it. Then next thing I know, I'm a half hour into a thought, to where I completely blanked out. Even though I was staring at the screen, I have no idea what the last half hour played through, because I just started thinking about, well, next week I'm gonna do this. And a lot of times what I'm doing is, when I go into my mind towards more of the future, I tap into the past, but it's more future based. So I more am thinking about positive, negative outcomes that can come up with some scenario I'm gonna be put into next week, and how to manage that and lessen the conflicts in my life, and just do all this stuff that 99.5% of the time it doesn't come true ever, and I just overthought everything and just spent many amounts of hours coming up onto stuff that never really came to light. So in that aspect, it's super frustrating because I know I do it, and I know I need to spend more time and engage with somebody who's with me in the moment, next to me on the couch or whatever it is. I know that's important to give them that time, but it's like, even though I mentally know that's one of my negatives in a sense, I enjoy the thinking about what could be and all this stuff. So that's something I definitely enjoy, and I don't see it as a negative. but it's not a super 100% positive type thing either. And it's something that's one of my things that I continually try to work on, and I just have a massive crave to learn new things. And when I get something, and it even goes towards our we're not very good at finishing projects and things like that. I read this article on Introvert Deer blog. It's a pretty popular introvert website thing. It said there was a snippet in there that said, we begin projects with like Hulk-like enthusiasm, but finish none of them. And it cracked me up because that's how I am. Even on this YouTube stuff, going into videos, I get super amped up. I get excited. And again, the whole YouTube process is the same process in a sense. Making the video, editing the video, posting the video, it's all kind of the same process, which in theory can get boring over time. But with these videos, it's kind of like a mini new project each time I do it. And so usually these videos, the last like 15 or something, have been triggered off of my last week's inspiration of whatever came in through my life. And that's how I'm making these videos. I have lists of video topics in my stuff, but I'm not getting to them. They're all there. They've been there for months, but I keep just going through the flow of life and just putting something that affects me that I like and take interest in, and I just hit the record button and then throw it out to you guys. But so like the videos, it's something new. So when I go into the video like I am right now, I'm all amped up, which you're like,
Sean, you're an extrovert. Did you know that?
no, it's not that. It's just, it's my Hulk-like enthusiasm for being excited and things like that I can articulate on the video. And the videos take me a few days or 1 or 2 days or whatever, and some may take longer depending on the kind of video that I've taken on. That's where I can finish that video before, because if I have a video that lasts like a month, if I think about this topic, this whole not being content thing, if I spend a month, and that's what happens to my other ones that are in my bucket, I've already thought about those and they got old to me. So then something else new pops into my head. I'm like, oh, that's gonna take precedence over the list of video ideas you have, because this thing's more cool and new. The other stuff is old news and you don't want to deal with that. With these videos, I can actually, do them, knock them out really fast, and then finish them. Use a lot of that just boom, finish it, and then get something out there to where I don't have all these unfinished projects laying around, and then I can just move on to the next one. So the videos are helping structure me in a sense to where it's like, I too am not good at finishing projects, especially if they're lengthy. If they go more than a few days or a couple weeks or a month or whatever, I'm not always gonna reach that finished product result, which can be extremely frustrating because you're like, man, that was really great. And then it just died, and then you're left with nothing in your hands of a tangible physical object that you could actually share with the world or whatever. And two, with all this is I've never said, I don't know, this is gonna be bad again. This is one of those things that I don't share with people. But I've never set a personal goal for myself. That's horrible. So I set soft goals. I put them in my head, but I've never physically written down a goal on a piece of paper. I haven't set like a year goal or short-term goal, long-term goal, 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. I have 0 of those. I never have had any of those. And with the goals, it's something that's I'm not an idiot. I know that goals are important to have. I see many successful people out there. You can be more successful in life if you do that, because you're putting a deadline on something. But that's the problem. If it's a year goal, in that month coming up to that year, I don't want to be in this goal anymore. I'm gonna get out. So that's why they kind of fizzle out. So not saying I don't get stuff done, and not saying I haven't been successful in this world or whatever. But it's a lot of it's risk based, because we don't have that boom, boom, boom. In 10 years from now, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna do this. So we can just spin on this little circle of staying in the same place if we don't really tap into those sort of goal-like things. But a goal is, to me, I see it as a period. Even on my, my writing and stuff like that, I can't stand, I do the ... dots. I don't like periods. I love run-on sentences, because I don't want a goal in a sense, to me, is the same thing, to where it's basically on September of next year, you are gonna have a period and there's nothing further past that. You can always jump into a new goal, whatever, but for me, I don't wanna have something that I am into and then all of a sudden realize that there's nothing less past that, because I'm never gonna accept that. I'm never gonna be content. No, there's obviously I could do something better. I could do something more. I can find more out. There's more things around that corner, and I'm gonna go find them. I don't care what you tell me. I'm gonna go find it. And that's what it's just, I'm constantly on this search. as much as I definitely look at other people with that content lifestyle and structure into their life, and I definitely have moments where I just really wish that could be me at times. Because I see that and how people are happy and content, and I'm just like, man, that lifestyle looks a lot easier than my chase to never-ending land. And quickly, after like a half hour of imagining that lifestyle, I then snap back and be like, yeah, no, that's you don't want all that. That's a little boring. So yeah, it affects many things in my life. And the long-term relationships are a big part that affects me. And it's just, going into something, I have that open drive, especially in the beginning of a relationship. But when stuff starts to get content, and when I see the other person just kind of sinking into a comfort zone, and I'm obviously part of that life with them, because when you're in a relationship, you obviously go together through life. But if I have one that's unbalanced to where I'm at, to where they're more of that content type person, it's nice to have a balance in a relationship to balance each other out. But for me, when I start seeing it, and I get kind of carried down the content road, I start getting all squeamish and nervous, and I'm just like, no, we got to do something else. I got to go do something. And it's just, that's my thing. And I think so big picture all the time. I just go really wide with life, and I just want to see it all. And I can't come down to like, okay, you're making food together. Let's all make food together in the kitchen and just concentrate on this moment. Because while I'm cooking, whatever I'm cooking, I start thinking about 3 weeks ago of I had this kind of thing going on. How can I prevent it here in the future? That potential thing might come back up, and I haven't quite fully processed all the positives, the negatives, how to get out all this stuff. I got to constantly always go back and forth, and I can't go in the middle because I'm just, like I said, I get antsy, and I just always want more. Looking at the whole content thing about stuff, don't look at it as a bad thing, because we have the content people that they're going to help with that structure and things like that, and they also need people like us to really have that open mind to things and just new things and go find something. Hey, I found this. I can't really finish it. Can you finish it? If you set goals for yourself, good on you. I mean, that is something that I believe is an important aspect with holding yourself accountable. Me telling you guys this, like I said, I've never set a goal, like a hard set goal. And I reach goals in life. I do reach goals, but they're just kind of through the flow of things. It's, hey, look at that, I just finished that. But I don't have this deadline. I don't have, like I said, next September, this is gonna be ended. I'll finish it. It might be in December, February the next year after that, but it's not this hard thing. So if you're a person that does set goals, and not saying that INFPs are just goal resistant and have never set goals just like me, I have tons of issues. A lot of stuff I say on this channel, you just really want to take it lightly and not follow my ways, because a lot of things I do are not good, and it's just sparking those conversations. All right, I'll let you guys go. Set goals, they're good. I will catch you guys later on the next video that I've set a goal for myself, because I'm trying to maintain weekly uploads, which don't ever hold me to that, because I'm flaky. So I'm trying, but it's not very easy. I'm trying. You guys have a great day, and all right.